Good morning, everyone. This is Samiksha Adhikari. Today I'll be presenting my assessment focusing on the legal comparison between Australia and Nepal, along with the business advice for a company that is planning to expand into Nepal. In the presentation, I'll act as a legal consultant advising the board of directors about the most suitable business structure and the key legal risks that is involved in the international expansion. In the table of content, first I'll introduce the project. Second, I'll compare the legal system of Australia with the legal system of Nepal. Then we'll look into the Australian law that are relevant to the businesses. After that, we'll be looking at the types of business structure and the recommended business structure as a business advisor to the company. Then we'll also learn about the corporate law and director duties. Finally, I'll present the final recommendations and the references. Let me introduce you to my presentation. The objective of this project is to explain the legal environment that is involved in an international business deal. As a consultant, my role is to identify legal risks and provide advice to the board before entering any kind of negotiations. Because the company is based in Australia but planning to expand in Nepal, it is important to understand the difference between both legal systems and ensure the company complies with the relevant laws. Now let's look into the Australian legal system. Australian legal system is also known as the common law. It means the laws come from two main sources. These are legislation and parliament. Decisions made by court in previous cases. Judges often rely on these past decisions, which are also called precedents, when deciding the new cases. Let's look at the court hierarchy in Australia. The court hierarchy in Australia are high courts, federal courts, state supreme courts, district country courts, and magistrate courts. Whereas in Nepal, Nepal legal system relies more on written constitution rather than the past cases. The major sources of law in Nepal is constitution. The court hierarchy in Nepal is the Supreme Court, High Court, District Court, local judicial committees, and specialized courts. Let's look into the key Australian law that are relevant to the businesses. Under the Australian law, a valid contract must include the three key elements. First, there must be an offer made by one party. Second, the other party must accept the offer. Third, there must be consideration, meaning something of value exchanged between the parties. Another important concept is frustration of contract. And we should also learn about the Corporation Act 2001, Competition and Consumer Act 2010, because all of these are relevant laws that are really important for having the businesses in Australia. First of all, let's look at what are the business structure. So the business structure, there are four types of business structures. One is sole trader, another is partnership, another is company, which is also called propriety limited, and there is trust. The recommended business structure for the company is propriety limited, also because it has the major advantage of this structure is company is considered as a separate legal entity. This means company exits legally separate from its owner and directors. Another benefit is limited liability of the shareholders. If the company faces debts or any legal action in the future, the personal assets of directors and shareholders, such as their home and car, are generally protected. In Australia, companies must follow the Corporation Act 2001. Under this law, directors have several responsibilities. One of the most important is the duty of care and diligence. This means director must make decisions carefully, responsibly, and in the best interest of the company. A well-known example is ASIC and Adler case in 2002, where a director failed to follow their duties and was banned from managing companies for 20 years. This case shows the director can be personally held accountable if they do not follow their legal responsibilities. To conclude, expanding into Nepal can be a strategic business opportunity, but it requires careful legal planning. The recommended approach to operate through proprietary limited company, which provides legal protection and clear business structure. The board should maintain good cooperation governments and keeping detailed meeting records and making informed decisions. Finally, this slide shows the references used in the presentation. Thank you.